driving into Sedona and these red rocks just start popping out of nowhere. I am on the way to Bellrock parking and I already feel like I entered another planet. Every turn on this road looks like a movie set. You keep saying, okay, this view is the best one, and then another shows up. That is Bellrock right there, and the crazy part, photos don't even come close. I came for a quick hike. Now I am questioning why I live anywhere else. If you have never been to Sedona, this is your sign. Just come. I just parked at the Bellrock pathway and we are starting the hike right now. Look at this. Before you even take 10 steps, Sedona is already showing off. That massive information in front of me, that is Bellrock. It's about 4,900 feet high and it's one of the most photographed spots in all of Arizona. And honestly, I get why. The trail here is super beginner friendly. Wide paths, red dirt, juniper trees everywhere. And that smell like warm desert mixed with pine after the sun hits it. People think Arizona is just heat and cactus, but Sedona feels completely different from Phoenix. It is cooler, greener, almost like a secret pocket of the Southwest. Over there you have got Courthouse Butte, that giant rock that looks like nature built its own skyscraper. These formations are millions of years old. Layers of sandstone stacked like a history book you can actually walk through. Every layer you see is basically ancient desert dunes turned into stone. So we are literally hiking on what used to be an ocean of sand. And the crazy part, this is one of those hikes where you don't even care about reaching the end. The walk itself is the experience. You stop every 30 seconds like, hold on, I need another photo. Wait, this angle is better. Okay, one more video. Sedona is also famous for something else, the vortex energy. A lot of people believe places like Bellrock have this natural spiritual energy that helps with healing, creativity, clarity. I don't know if I am enlightened yet, but I do feel less stressed and I have only been here 10 minutes. Maybe it is the vortex, maybe it is just the fact I am not checking emails. As you get closer, Bellrock looks bigger and bigger. From far away, it looks smooth, but up close you can see all these cracks, textures, little caves. You will also notice people climbing up the sides. You don't have to be a pro. Most of it is more like scrambling than real climbing. If you are coming here, a few things you should know. Bring water. Even in winter, the sun is no joke. Wear shoes with grip. This red rock can be slippery. And please don't carve your name into anything. Let's keep this beautiful for the next person. Parking can fill up fast too, especially around sunset. So early morning or late afternoon is the move. Okay, we are right at the base now. And standing here makes you feel tiny in the best way. You realize these rocks were here long before us and they will be here for long after our YouTube or TikToks disappear. That is what I love about Sedona. It reminds you the world is way bigger than your daily routine. Whether you believe in vortex energy or not, there is something about this place that slows you down. You breathe deeper, you breathe deeper, you talk quieter, you think clearer. So if you ever feel stuck, overwhelmed, or just bored of normal life, come walk this trail. Let Bellrock do its thing. I'm gonna climb a little higher and watch the view. Right next to Bellrock, you have got this giant neighbor, Courthouse Butte. The massive square-shaped mountain over there. It looks like some ancient castle wall, but it is all natural sandstone. Geologists say these rocks are around 250 to 300 million years old. That means dinosaurs weren't even a thing yet when these layers were forming. Every stripe you see is a different chapter of Earth's story. Wind, water, desert, all taking turns like artists working on the same canvas. If you look further north, those spiky red towers are part of the Mogollon Rim area. That rim basically marks where the Colorado Plateau starts. It's like the backbone of Arizona, stretching for hundreds of miles. Sedona sits right in the middle of that transition, which is why the scenery feels so dramatic here. You have got desert, forest, and canyon vibes all in one place. And these trees along the trail, most of them are junipers and pinyon pines. Some of them are hundreds of years old, twisted by the wind like natural sculptures. People used to say the twisted branches were proof of the vortex energy. Scientists say it is just how desert trees survive. Either way, they look incredible. This area is also full of life, even if it doesn't look like it at first. You can spot mule deer early in the morning, red-tailed hawks circling above the cliffs, and if you are lucky, a javelin crossing the path like it owns the place. At night, this whole valley becomes one of the best dark sky spots in Arizona. Imagine sitting here with zero city noise, just stars bouncing off these red walls. Most of what we are seeing is called Schnebly Hill sandstone. That deep orange color comes from iron oxide, basically natural rust. When the sun hits it at sunset, the rocks almost look like they are glowing from inside. That is why photographers go crazy here around golden hour. You don't even need filters. Sedona does the editing for you. Long before tourists and hiking apps, this land was home to the Sinagua people. They lived in cliffs dwellings around this region over 1,000 years ago, farming the valley and treating these mountains as sacred landmarks. So when you walk this path, you are not just on a trail, you are inside centuries of human and natural history stacked together. What I love about this loop is that every few minutes the view changes. Bellrock looks around from one angle, sharp from another, and Courthouse Butte slowly shifts shape like it's breathing. You can walk the same path 10 times and notice something completely new each visit. That's the magic of this place. It's not just one mountain or one hike, it is an entire open air museum made by time, and we get to walk right through it. I finally found a relatively flat spot on the warm redstone and just laid down. Above me, the sky is huge, unreal blue, and the rock beneath my back feels like it's been holding sunlight for 1,000 years. People say this place is a vortex, some kind of energy center. But honestly, I didn't come here to believe anything. I just came to feel. The moment I closed my eyes, everything slowed. My breathing matched the wind moving through the juniper trees. I could hear my own heartbeat, not loud, just steady, like the mountain was reminding me I'm still here. They say these rocks remember things, ancient oceans, earthquakes, footsteps from people who lived here long before roads or parking lots. Lying there, I started imagining all the stories stacked inside the stone beneath me. Maybe that is what the spiritual experience really is, not magic, just perspective. For a second, I forgot my phone, my emails, the to-do list waiting back in the car. My shoulders actually dropped. I didn't realize how tightly I had been carrying them. And when I finally stood up, the world looked a little sharper, like someone turned up the colors. Same mountains, same sky, but I was different inside them. Maybe that's the real vortex. Not something pulling you in, but something helping you let go. What would you recommend for people visiting Sedona?
Oh my gosh. The very first thing that we always recommend is to come and visit the Bell Rock. We've been living in here for almost 9 years here in Arizona, and whenever we come to visit Sedona, the Bell Rock is the first place where we come. And then for the ones that, avid hikers,
Yeah.
Devil's Bridge is another hike, very, very nice hike. And going in town, going and visiting the town, we always like to eat at, it's called Canyon Breeze, because you can eat outside, just grab, fast food, but you can go and, stay outside and see the beautiful view.
Is there any season or month we shouldn't visit?
No, it doesn't matter, because
Temperature.
even if it's winter time, sometimes, believe it or not, it snows in Sedona. Not very often, but sometimes you'll see pictures. In fact, I came once with my mom and my son, and it was snowing. It's kind of unreal, but
Yeah.
it's beautiful to see the snow and
didn't know
the red
that.
rocks. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can come anytime. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even when it's very hot in the summertime, if you come in the morning or later in the day, you can definitely come and hike.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Absolutely. Enjoy. This is one of the most beautiful places you'll ever visit, for sure.
You convinced me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Some people choose to see the mountains on two wheels. You can spot them winding through the red trails like tiny moving dots against giant cliffs. Their bikes crunch over the dirt, echoes bouncing off the canyon walls. From a distance, it looks peaceful, almost effortless, but you can tell every climb tests their legs and lungs. Going to another must-see place in Arizona, hidden right inside the arms of the red cliffs, is a place that doesn't look built by people. It looks borrowed from the mountain itself. The chapel of the Holy Cross rises straight out of the rock, glass and concrete meeting ancient stone like two different centuries shaking hands. As you walk up the path, the city noise disappears, your footsteps slow down without you deciding to slow them. The air feels thinner, cleaner, almost polished by the desert sun. This church was designed in the 1950s by a student of Frank Lloyd Wright, but the real architect was the landscape. They didn't carve the mountain to fit the building, they shaped the building to fit the mountain. That is why it feels less like visiting a structure and more like stepping inside a conversation between humans and nature. Through the tall glass windows, the cross hangs in the middle of the sky, and behind it, the red rocks look like a painting that refuses to stay still. At sunrise, the cliffs glow like burning copper. At sunset, they turn soft purple like the desert is getting ready to sleep. People come here for different reasons. Some for faith, some for curiosity, some just because they saw a photo online and wanted proof it was real. Inside, there is no echo like in big cathedrals, just a gentle quiet. You can hear whispers, cameras clicking, sometimes someone crying softly in a corner. It is the kind of place where strangers sit next to each other and suddenly feel like they have known each other for years. Outside on the terrace, the whole valley opens up. Bellrock in the distance, layers of sandstone stacked like giant books of history. You realize how small a single life is, and somehow that doesn't feel scary, it feels relieving. I've watched a little kid ask his mom, "Did God make these mountains?" She thought for a second and said, "Maybe the mountains made us notice God." After having great experience here, going to Tlaquepaque Arts and Shopping Village. Tucked beside Oak Creek, Tlaquepaque feels like you accidentally stepped out of Arizona and into a little Mexican village from another century. Cobblestone paths twist between white stucco walls, wooden balconies, and arches covered in climbing vines. Every corner looks staged, but none of it is. You hear mountains, fountains, before you see them, water trickling like the background music of the whole place. Art galleries spill color onto the walkways. Blown glass glowing like candy, turquoise jewelry catching the sun, paintings of red rocks that somehow still don't match the real ones outside. People move slower here, couples wander with coffee, kids chase pigeons through the courtyard, and someone is always taking photos under that famous bell tower. It smells like fresh bread from the bakery mixed with intense from a tiny shop you didn't plan to enter. But somehow you do. What I love most is how nothing feels rushed. There is no big sign telling you what to do. You just explore, peek through wooden doors, listen to street musicians, maybe sit by the creek. Tlaquepaque isn't a checklist stop. It's more like a pause button in the middle of a Sedona day. After Tlaquepaque, moving to Uptown Sedona. Uptown Sedona feels like the lobby of the desert. Pink jeeps lined up like candy, engines idling, tour guides promising secret canyons, and energy spots you can actually feel. Every few minutes, one of them rolls out covered in dust and smiling tourists who suddenly believe they are part-time explorers. The sidewalks are packed with little shops, t-shirts with coyotes, dream catchers, and the entire stores glowing with crystals. I asked the owner why people buy them. She said some want healing, some want protection, and some just like shiny rocks. Honestly, all three made sense. Here, I started doing the real Sedona workout, walking in and out of shops, pretending I wasn't shocked by the prices. A tiny crystal the size of a grape, $30. A bigger one that looks like it could power a spaceship, $300. One store wanted almost $1,000 for a rare energy piece, and I am standing there thinking, for that price, the rock better text me good morning. T-shirts are $40, handmade jewelry easily hits to $200, $300, and every store has that one item locked in glass that costs more than my plane ticket. That's the Sedona math. You don't shop, you negotiate with the universe. Before doing anything spiritual, I did the most unspiritual lunch possible. A greasy burger and an iced cold Pepsi from that diner on the corner. Figured if I am about to meet a psychic, I should at least arrive powered by cheese and questionable life choices. Now I am walking toward the psychic shop, burger confidence in my stomach, ready to find out if my future includes more Pepsi or better decisions. I ended up at this place called Sedona Wellness Café, half coffee shop, half spiritual headquarters. You walk in and it smells like espresso on one side and sage on the other side, like two different universes sharing the same air conditioner. First time in my life, I am in a coffee shop and I'm thinking, do I need clarity or do I just need another shot of espresso? That's Sedona in one room. You can get a cappuccino, cleanse your energy, and still worry about where to park for free.
So this is your past, this is the current, and this is your present energy. So you are green. Your green is your heart chakra. So you're definitely very loving, you're healing, you're caring, very responsible. You have that energy even from the past going into the future. I'm going to put it sooner. That way I see more color than the actual photo. So balancing your chakras. You definitely know your life purpose. That aura above your head is your life purpose. And it's definitely bringing you into this soft green energy, which is your heart center, which you're already a green aura. In your past, you were creative, artistic, and driven, and very popular. That's that orange and yellow energy, and very powerful. Do you have any tension and stress in your shoulders?
Yes.
That's that darkness. So it could come from a physical pain in your body, or it could come from you just carrying other people's energy in your body and carrying it in that tension, and that's in your shoulders and neck, which is also connected with your jaw. Do you tend to clench your jaw? The more you release that jaw energy, it's going to lighten that energy that's in your shoulders, where you're connecting a lot of energy in your shoulders. This is a mixture.
I think I like both, but this one is a little different.
Is that good or not sure?
Um,
Because I'm going to put one on your
both
wrist.
are different.
Is the energy you're actually in. The heart.
Yeah,
You like
this
one
is
better?
like a rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll use this one.
For what?
We're going to put it on your wrist, on the inside. And then you can rub it together. You're going to close your eyes and put your hands on your lap. This. What do you do for your career?
Working as a
Construction, that's probably the tension. And so you create stuff. That's that orange and yellow energy. That's that creation. You're starting to let go of it coming in the future. So you're not carrying so much weight and so much heaviness being that construction worker. And you have that spirit energy so you have some type of spirit around you guiding you into the future. So I don't necessarily sense that you lost anybody, since how it's like guided you your whole life. Like you have this guidance from spirit that's always been with you from your past going into your future. So you definitely have beautiful spirit energies guiding you and bringing you more into that heart chakra, which you're already in that heart chakra space, being really loving and caring.
Still have this stone in my head.
No?
Oh, you took it off?
Yeah.
For some reason, I still feel that it's there.
That's interesting. So you're really making that connection with spirit and the stone. You're
Yeah?
very connected with the stone. If you can still feel it, that's definitely the stone. that
Like
resonates with
I
your
haven't been
soul.
moving my head
Right.
because
You thought
I
it was
feel like
there.
it is still there.
But no, that's that stone. So it's the Amazonite. So it's a very powerful stone. I definitely love
Very
it.
interesting.
That is interesting that you still feel it on your head. And
Yeah.
it's been gone since before you wrote down that message.
Wow.
I removed it from your head, and then you wrote down what you wrote down, which
Wow.
was
Don't carry other people's energy.
yes, because when you carry their energy, it's putting a lot of pressure and tension in your jaw and your
Yeah.
chest.
For how many years you have been playing?
Since I was a kid, I guess. 15 years old.
Only
I'm
one,
56. I'm getting there.
only one type of instrument, or
No, I play guitar. Actually started out at piano as a kid, and then I moved into guitar, maybe stringed instruments, maybe.
nice.
Yeah.
You're from here, Sedona?
Originally, I was from North Dakota. I've been here about 2 years.
Nice. Do you enjoy it?
I really like it, though.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to North Dakota?
Never. Never. I spent my life there, but it was simply because I had family there, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to leave the family. But now that I don't have family, I never go miss it at all.
Whoever I talk here, they don't want to go back.
No, it's too warm and normal here. You know, the harshness, the winters get really tough, and the snow and the ice and all the rest. You know,
Yeah.
trying to keep the cars going.
Yeah. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
So, what kind of meat are they?
Well, it's mostly up here all beef.
Okay.
But they have like different variations of it. So like
Cool.
these are just beef with like a certain flavor.
What kind of other animals do you have?
I can show you. I mean, and up here these two are the popular ones, the cherry and the prime. But yeah, they have a few. They're kind of low right now on them, but they have like these. They have. I know there's not so many, but they have like shark and gator.
Oh, shark?
Yeah, it's kind of something you don't see every day.
Dried shark meat? It's a joke.
No, it's real. Yeah, they
Oh.
actually like see.
How much does it cost?
First ingredient, I think. Well, this is 19, 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
For 11 grams.
Yep. I guess it's
Oh.
7 grand. Oh no, yeah, I guess three servings. So there's a little bit in there.
Okay.
But and they have like these are more traditional. They have like elk and buffalo. Maybe not so weird, but
What do people usually buy?
well, out of these, maybe shark. I feel like sells okay.
Yeah.
Or people like the gator. Or
Alligator?
yeah, sometimes gator seems to do okay.
Yeah.
I think they're so different, but
What's your favorite?
I don't know. Out of these, the one I like is the buffalo. It reminds me of beef.
Uh-huh.
But these, I don't know. They're a little strange to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have what was it? Oh, python. And python was okay.
Really?
It was okay. It tasted like chicken a little bit. So that one is like I could do that maybe, but I don't know.
How about rabbit?
Rabbit, I don't remember. It wasn't bad. It just didn't taste like much. It was kind of light, I guess.
Okay.
Like it didn't have a lot of flavor.
Got it.
We don't have the snapping turtle right now.
Yeah.
We usually have more, so it's too bad I don't have the other ones right now. But maybe
Yeah.
you're not missing anything. It just depends, I guess.
Yeah, I can see here kangaroo, python, camel.
Kangaroo.
Camel should be normal in the Middle
It
East.
was so weird.
Yeah?
It's hard to describe it. It was a different one. It was like
Neither beef, neither lamb,
I
neither
can
chicken,
describe it.
nothing.
And it was kind of not like the consistency was different. So
Yeah.
weird, a little strange.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.